Welcome to a look back through the years of the County of Oxford Gaol, better known today as the Oxford County Board of Health in Woodstock, Ontario. We will begin with a view of Google Earth's satellite imagery of the Courthouse Square situated between Buller, Light, Graham, and Hunter Streets. As you can see, today there are buildings flanking the old jail building where there once stood the outer jail walls and jail yard. The jail building is built of local yellow brick and in Italianate architectural style. During renovations to convert the building from a jail to the Board of Health, specific directions were given to ensure if any brick could be salvaged, it would be. The restoration architect Carlos Benton ensured that many of the important historical attributes such as the bars on the cells and the death cell food pass-through were accurately maintained. The following is a collection of current-day photographs of the Oxford County Board of Health to help you get an understanding of what the current 2013 building is like. Even though efforts were made to ensure historical integrity of the building, additions and changes were made in order to accommodate the Oxford County Board of Health and their needs. Comfortable working conditions for starters that was created by ensuring the building did not feel as though the employees were going to jail. The addition of a skylight and nice bright lighting provides comfort in the old jail surrounds without taking away from the historical significance. Prior to the restoration efforts of Carlos Benton, a group banded together after the threat of the jail being knocked down to help maintain the old jail. This group was called the Save the Jail Committee, and rightly so. They ensured letters and articles were written and argued strongly in favor of maintaining the jail for future use. The building had been closed as a jail in 1977, and all prisoners had been moved to the new detention center in London. The committee even arranged a jail open house for community members to attend. They were overwhelmed with the support of the 1,700 people in attendance. In 1977, after the closure of the jail as a jail facility, the City Council commissioned a study entitled the Oxford County Square Study. The study was completed within the year by architects Trevor Garwood Jones and Leonard Dixon of Hamilton and Woodstock, respectively. The cost of the study was $25,000. The Oxford County Square study included recommendations on all the buildings within the square property. Some of the recommendations pertained specifically to the jail, such as, quote, that the jail be renovated into suitable office space for the social service department at ground level and for county council storage areas and a section of the planning department on the second floor, end quote. The jail was found in excellent condition, and it was estimated the minimum economic future lifespan of the building would be 75 years. The closure of the Oxford County Jail in 1977 came as a shock to many and was protested by citizens and prisoners alike. Seen here in a letter to the editor from a current inmate, the conditions inside the jail were quite commendable. The man goes on to say that the facilities do not make the jail, what makes it are the people who work here and our reactions to them. He mentions that the jail should not be closed down because they are close to their homes and are equipped with staff that treat them like the human beings they are. Others seem to agree, like this person that also mentions the negative ramifications of moving inmates far away from their families and lawyers, even if it is just to London. This article looks more at the loss of jobs and spreading of government jobs as a negative of closing the old jail. Regardless of the reasons, there were a great number of people opposed to closing down the jail. The main reason people wanted it closed was to make space for newer buildings. The following set of blueprints from 1921 show mainly interior changes and upgrades that were completed by F.C. Bodley and A.M. Livingston, architects of Brantford, Ontario. The work includes, but is not limited to, demolition and excavation, brickwork, painting and glazing, plumbing, electric wiring, and heating. Although the blueprints do not show significant visible exterior upgrades, they do evoke a sense that the jail was a lasting place in the community that required upkeep even if it was a place that housed criminals. To aid in your visualization of the jail in the early 1850s, I have provided you with a 3D SketchUp model built to the best of my ability to the specifications described in the 1853 architectural drawings by Clark and Murray Architects of Hamilton. Voila! Here is the 3D model of the exterior of the County of Oxford Jail. The model was constructed on top of the block plan as it was the simplest way to accurately place the building and outer walls in the correct location. The exterior was focused on as it had the most visible change occur that would be noticed by the public. It is important to note that substantial change did occur inside in terms of renovating cells into office space, but those changes are only seen by those that work in or frequent the building. Some of the interior changes are shown earlier in this video. You can go back and take a look if you are interested. The yards on either side of the jail building were designed for exercise and fresh air, but in 1864 it came to the special counsel charged with dealing with jail matters' attention that the price of fresh produce was far too high, at 75 cents per bushel of potatoes. The committee decided in 1865 that the ground behind the jail and in the west yard were suitable for growing vegetables for use at the jail. This change provided inexpensive produce for all the prisoners. A Globe and Mail article from February 1, 1977, entitled "The Way It Was," discussed the 120-year-old jail and reflected on the 1878 inspection by the Inspector of Jails for Ontario. Quote, "The jail was found throughout in excellent order and in a very commendable state of cleanliness. The condition was largely due to alterations and repair which had been finished. The hardwood floors had such a tidy appearance that I recommend the County Council to have all the cell floors laid in similar material." End quote. These two stories provide you with an idea of how jail matters were dealt with during the mid to late 1800s, all while you are imagining it occurring in a building similar to this one. And here we are again, looking at Google Earth imagery. This is the current version. Next you will see a similar image, but with 3D SketchUp model you just saw, geolocated in the original location. And now you are seeing the same image without the block pan impeding your view. These three views give you a better visualization of how the jail would have fit into the landscape in the 1800s. I hope that this video has portrayed the extensive physical change that occurred to the Oxford County Board of Health / County of Oxford Jail over the last 160 years of its history. I also hope that you were able to see the lengths that were gone to help maintain the jail building's historical significance. Thanks for watching!